If I were to ask you to identify a member of the superhero group known as the X-Men, who would come to your mind first? Perhaps the laser-slinging Boy Scout Cyclops would be your pick? Or maybe the wheelchair-bound telekinetic Charles Xavier? You might even say the merc with a mouth, Deadpool, even if he's not always willing to be a team player. Nah, but let's not kid ourselves here. There's one character in particular you guys probably thought of when I said the word X-Men, and you know, there's a good reason for that. He's not only one of the most popular X-Men characters, he's one of the most popular comic book characters in the history of the medium. To quote Deadpool himself, he is the X-Man. I'm of course talking about James Howlett, aka Logan, aka the Wolverine. Recently, Wolverine has gotten a lot of new representation in Fortnite. A staggering 3 Wolverine-based skins were added to the game in less than 2 months' time, which is pretty crazy when you think about it. And, you know, the sudden influx of new Wolverine outfits really stuck out to me. So much so that I decided to make this very video. I'm going to be cataloging and discussing every single Wolverine skin currently in Fortnite, going over things like how the character has affected the greater Fortnite story, as well as my thoughts and opinions on each skin. Let's not waste any more time and get straight into it, since the intro in my last video was like 3 minutes long and I don't want to repeat that. The first time Wolverine ever set foot on the island was on October 1st, 2020, during Chapter 2, Season 4, aka Nexus War. While he was initially called to the island by Thor to defend it against the hungry Galactus, Wolverine instead succumbed to the mind-erasing effects of the loop. As such, he spent most of his time attacking any and all loopers that crossed his path in Weeping Woods. The mutant was eventually able to regain his memories, joining the rest of his superpowered allies to fight back against Galactus during the Devourer of Worlds live event. Wolverine's appearance on the island also brought with him a unique mythic weapon in the form of Wolverine's claws. Equipping them gave the player the ability to hack and slash their opponents, perform a deadly spin attack, air dodge, as well as regenerate health. The item's ability to heal the player is a very obvious reference to the Canadian's healing factor. Wolverine served as the bonus skin of the Chapter 2 Season 4 Battle Pass, coming equipped with a total of 3 unique appearances: his default yellow and blue suit, his classic brown and yellow suit, and a more casual tank top look based on the character's appearance in X-Men Origins Wolverine. The skin also came with 3 super level styles, that being the silver foil, gold foil, and hollow foil styles. Fun fact, Wolverine is currently the only bonus skin to receive super level styles. One last thing I want to bring up in relation to Wolverine's Battle Pass skin is that he came equipped with a special built-in emote that would activate Logan's iconic adamantium claws. At the time, this was the only way to equip the claws as a pickaxe, and since it was part of a built-in emote, that means that no other skin in the game could use them. While this would eventually be rectified, I imagine this was pretty annoying for Fortnite players at the time. Other than that minor inconvenience, I think Epic absolutely knocked it out of the park with Wolverine's Battle Pass skin. The designs of all 3 of the styles are fantastic looking, and are so incredibly faithful to their comic and movie counterparts. I was never able to obtain the Wolverine skin as I didn't start playing Fortnite until the last 3 days of Chapter 2 Season 4, and up until recently, I had really regretted it. After all, this is just a really fantastic Wolverine design that would look good in any locker. Me and many other Fortnite players would have to wait quite a long time before getting another chance to obtain a Wolverine skin. Oh, and one more thing before we move on. In the cinematic trailer that accompanied Chapter 2 Season 4, at one point we see Wolverine threaten the character Peely with his claws. In response, Peely unveils his own set of bone claws, though obviously made out of bananas instead of adamantium. Naturally, the Fortnite community convinced themselves that we'd be getting these banana claws as a pickaxe down the line. And, well, we eventually did. 4 years later. But, you know, we'll touch on that a little later in this video. For now, let's take a look at the next Wolverine skin to be added to the game. 2 years after the events of the Nexus War, Wolverine's ugly mug was called back to the world of Fortnite during the events of Fortnite x Marvel Zero War. Following Galactus' defeat and the fracturing of the Zero Point, a shard of the all-powerful orb landed in the Marvel Universe. In a race between the Imagined Order and the Seven to acquire the Shard, Wolverine was one of the many Marvel superheroes chosen to fight on the side of good. Long story short, Logan used his mutant abilities to help find the Shard for the Seven, where they would eventually use it to power the Mecha Strike Commander we see during the Collision event. The forces of light would prevail over the forces of dark. And in the end, Wolverine would eventually join his fellow superhumans as they returned back to their home universe. And that's all that needs to be said about Wolverine's appearance in the Zero War comic series. Yep, that's all. I'm totally not forgetting any crucial plot points between him and another character. Yep, none at all. A skin based on Wolverine's appearance in the comic series was made available to Fortnite players as part of August 2022's Fortnite Crew Pack. Known officially as Wolverine Zero, the skin features Logan adorned in battle-damaged attire and, more notably, an eye patch. This eye patch is commonly worn by the character when operating under the alias Patch, something the description of the skin references. The Wolverine Zero skin originally didn't come with the character's trademark adamantium claws as his pickaxe, instead opting for the Muramasa blade, an incredibly powerful weapon with the ability to negate the healing factors of superhumans. It wouldn't be until a few weeks later on August 17th, 2022, with the release of the third issue of the Zero War comic series, that we'd get the Adamantium Claws pack. This pack came with a brand new set of adamantium claws that could be equipped by any skin, as well as a new emote that would activate said pickaxe. Now, in my personal opinion, this skin is just kind of okay. While it's nice to see that Epic gave us Fortnite players another chance to obtain a skin based on the Wolverine, the actual skin itself isn't ideal in my opinion. Like, the skin is based on his Patch alter ego, but doesn't look anything like how the character should. Where's his iconic white suit? You can't just give Wolverine an eye patch and call him Patch, you know? That being said, the inclusion of the Adamantium Claws pack is a major plus in my book. The claws and accompanying emote work really well on a whole handful of skins. But yeah, other than that, this is a pretty mid skin, all things considered. The next Wolverine skin to be added to Fortnite came shortly after Wolverine Zero's inclusion on October 9th, 2022. This time around, it wasn't yet another Logan variant, but rather Laura Kinney, aka X-23. In the world of Marvel Comics, X-23 is typically a genetic clone of the Wolverine, but in some instances, she's been known to actually be Logan's biological daughter. Whatever the case may be, the young woman eventually takes on the mantle of Wolverine, due to her possessing much of the same traits as her father/genetic host. This includes a healing factor, on top of having her own unique pair of retractable adamantium bone claws. Those of you who don't read the comics should at least recognize the character from her appearances in 2017's Logan, as well as the recently released Deadpool and Wolverine. Laura's design in Fortnite is based on how the character is often portrayed in the world of comics, specifically her appearances in series like NYX and X-23 Target X. Much like the Wolverine skins that came before her, Laura came equipped with her own special pair of adamantium claws, this time featuring 2 blades in each hand rather than 3. Equipping this pickaxe with the X-23 outfit will make additional blades protrude from her feet. It's worth noting that this skin doesn't come with any emote to equip X-23's unique claws, unlike the 2 previous skins. Overall, while Fortnite's take on the X-23 character doesn't have much going for it in the lore department, her design here is, dare I say it, the best she's ever looked. Epic really just nailed down her iconic look while at the same time making it feel fresh. Not much more to say here other than the fact that this would once again be the last time a Wolverine variant would be added to the game for quite a while. Another 2 years would pass before an onslaught of Wolverine skins would invade the world of Fortnite. Before Logan became Wolverine, he was referred to by a codename known as Weapon X. Now, originally in the Marvel Comics canon, the name Weapon X referred to government-funded experiments that sought to turn mutants into indestructible killing machines, often against their will. Victims of these experiments included the likes of Sabretooth, Deadpool, and of course, Wolverine. The Weapon X program was responsible for turning Logan into the Wolverine, coating his skeleton in highly experimental adamantium metal, a process that can only be described as torturous and inhumane. The quote-unquote success of the bonding process led to Logan being named after the program. So whenever you see Logan caked in all these gadgets and gizmos, that's not Wolverine, but rather Weapon X. I really hope I explained that well enough. Believe it or not, Fortnite's take on Weapon X actually has some pretty important lore relevance to the game's world. Somehow during Chapter 5 Season 3, Wolverine was kidnapped from his home reality of 616 and brought to the island of Helios, where he was forced into a small bunker located at the Zenith Wall. The person or persons who brought Wolverine to the island are currently unknown. What is known, however, is that Wolverine's unique adamantium physique was replicated and subsequently given to none other than everyone's favorite sentient banana. According to an in-game news tab, shortly after this experiment took place, Magneto discovered the Weapon X lab and ripped the doors off the bunker, saving both Logan and Peely in the process. Added to the game on July 3rd, 2024, the Weapon X outfit is a near-perfect recreation of his comic counterpart, complete with that giant metal visor covering Logan's head. But if you're not feeling the visor look, there's an option to take it off and reveal Logan's oh-so-beautiful face. Yet another pair of adamantium claws were created to be a pickaxe for this skin, and when paired with said skin, they don't seem to be any different from the previously looked at Wolverine Zero claws. That is, until you equip them on any other skin, where they will suddenly gain these little electrical pieces on them. I know a lot of people were pretty turned off by the Weapon X skin when it was first announced, with the general consensus being that the skin was very ugly. And like, yeah?
That's the point, Sergeant.
Nobody said forced genetic manipulation was going to be pretty. Then again, I chalk this up to a lot of Fortnite players not knowing about the Weapon X source material, so in that regard, I can kind of understand the distaste. I'm personally pretty happy that the look is here, as it's one of the most iconic parts of the character's lore. Not even a month would pass before a brand spanking new Wolverine skin was added to the game again. The Wolverine Pen and Ink skin was added to the item shop on July 27th, 2024, alongside a similarly cel-shaded Deadpool skin. The skin was created as an obvious way to promote the Marvel Studios film Deadpool and Wolverine, which was released in theaters a day before these skins became available for purchase. As such, the design of the skin takes clear inspiration from Wolverine's suit in the film, notably the inclusion of sleeves on Logan's arms. That being said, other design aspects, such as the skin's proportions, are more in line with how the character appears in several comics and animated shows. The skin features slash marks and bullet holes on the front and back of Wolverine's suit, presumably obtained in a fight against the Merc with a mouth. Much like the Weapon X skin, there's an option to remove Logan's helmet. And you're never going to believe this, but this skin came with yet another goddamn pair of adamantium claws as a pickaxe. Now, granted, these claws are actually pretty unique compared to their counterparts, not only featuring a cel-shaded design like the rest of the skin, but also a much more exaggerated curve at the tip of the blades that reminds me a lot of the old X-Men cartoon show. Also, there's a pretty cool onomatopoeia effect when you slash at things, so, you know, that's pretty neat. That doesn't change the fact that it's pretty ridiculous that this is like the 5th version of this pickaxe to be added to the game, but, you know, whatever. All in all, despite my critique of the pickaxe, I absolutely love this skin. Like, oh my god, it is so good looking. This is a skin that made me no longer regret not getting the Battle Pass Wolverine outfit, since I honestly think it's way better than that one. Much like the X23 skin, I don't have a lot more to say, so let's move on to the very last Wolverine-based skin currently in Fortnite at the time of me making this video. The recently released Chapter 5 Season 4, Absolute Doom, sees the inhabitants of the island pitted up against the dastardly Dr. Doom as he attempts to use the power of Pandora's box for nefarious purposes. On top of a handful of Marvel superheroes showing up to help in the fight against evil, many Fortnite characters themselves have altered their appearances and combat roles to more closely resemble the heroes from Reality 616. You got Jones dressed up as Captain America, Meowscles dressed up as Sabretooth. Yes, I know he's a villain, shut up. And most notably of all, Peely dressed as the Wolverine. The Weapon X experiments performed on Peely during Chapter 5 Season 3 seem to have been a massive success, as the walking talking fruit now possesses a nanomantium-infused skeleton, a ripen-erating healing factor, and the ability to pop banana claws out from his hands. Wait a second, banana claws? Where have I seen that before? Yup, 4 years after it was shown off in the Nexus War cinematic trailer, Peely finally got a pair of banana claws as a pickaxe. The design of the claws are much different from their initial appearance, now featuring a sharper look better suited for hacking and slashing. Unlike the Wolverine Battle Pass skin, Peelverine's banana claws aren't tied to the skin itself, meaning any skin can equip them. It's pretty cool to see the Fortnite developers rectifying their past mistakes. The actual Peelverine skin itself takes inspiration from the Battle Pass Wolverine skin, which in turn seems to be based on the suit Wolverine wore in Astonishing X-Men. The skin comes with 2 additional styles, a classic brown and yellow suit like his comic counterpart, and a unique X-Force style based on, well, Wolverine's X-Force suit. The brown and yellow suit was a bit of a no-brainer pick as an alternate style, and the X-Force color scheme looks good on practically anything, so I'm happy it's here. I know a lot of people are pretty sick of Peely skins at this point in Fortnite's lifespan, but I think in Peelverine's instance, he justifies his existence. I don't know. I just think it's kind of neat to finally see the character dressed up like this, especially after it was teased all those years back. Peely is undeniably one of the most important characters in Fortnite history. Hell, the Oracle said as much. So to see him taking on the role of one of comics' greatest heroes is pretty bananas. With all that being said, that is every single Wolverine and Wolverine-inspired skin in Fortnite as of the release of this video. All in all, Wolverine has an astonishing 6 skins in this game. For comparison, Batman, DC Comics' flagship superhero, only has 4 skins in the game. The only other crossover character in the game to outnumber Wolverine's skin count, as far as I'm aware, is yet another Marvel superhero, Spider-Man. And that's only because of the addition of the brand new Iron Spider skin. When I set out to make this video, I wanted to determine just why exactly Wolverine had gotten so many skins in Fortnite. Obviously, I only have the ability to speculate, but if I had to take a guess, I think a lot of it comes down to the character playing a vital role in Fortnite's story. He was one of the heroes called down to defend the island against Galactus, one of the most important events in the game's lifetime. He was then subsequently called back to the island during the Zero War comic arc because of his involvement with the battle against Galactus. Years later, he would unwillingly be subjected to more Weapon X experiments, which would result in Peelverine's creation. That's 4 of the 6 Wolverine skins that affect the lore in some way. The other 2 skins, X-23 and the Pen and Ink Wolverine, are either there because they're promoting a movie, or just because they're a pretty cool character. Ultimately, whatever the reasons may be, I think one thing's for certain. Epic Games and the Fortnite developers clearly have a great amount of respect for Wolverine as a character. Every single one of these skins is incredibly detailed and chock full of callbacks to the character's rich history, whether that be the brown and yellow alternate styles, the patch alter ego, or even Logan's successor. I mean, for God's sake, Peelverine comes with an emote that calls back to that one Wolverine picture meme. Epic clearly knows their shit when it comes to this character. On top of everything I just said, the recent success of X-Men media like Deadpool and Wolverine and X-Men 97 have no doubt ushered in a brand new generation of Wolverine fans. I imagine a lot of these younger fans, and hell, probably some of the fans that are more around my age, are those who are avid Fortnite players. At the moment, those fans have a pretty fantastic selection of skins to choose from in the game, something that genuinely makes me very happy. More outfit options for a character is, in my opinion, always a good thing. And in Wolverine's instance, He's got some of the most unique skin selections of any character in Fortnite. I guess it's true what they say. Wolverine really is the best at what he does. But, you know, that's going to do it for this video about the history of Wolverine in Fortnite. Thank you for watching. Let me know which Wolverine skin is your favorite down in the comments. While you're down there, be sure to like and subscribe. I'm currently trying to get to 10K subscribers before the end of the year, and as you can see, the goal is nearly within reach. Also be sure to join my Discord server so you can stay up to date with the progress of these videos. But yeah, that's all I have to say on the matter. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and until next time, I'll see you in the next one.